Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol. So, once upon a time, there was a young man with an absolutely awesome future. His name was Andy, and he was a pop artist. So, what is pop art, you're probably asking? Well, back in the 1950s, around the time when Coke was released, which is great for me because I love Coke. But anyway, what happened was pretty much popular stuff was drawn into artworks, and this gave Andy Warhol an absolutely great idea, and he just pretty much couldn't wait to get started at this. Hang on, sorry, I'll just keep drawing that. And there he is, lovely. Anyway, I'll leave you right there wondering what Andy Warhol's amazing idea was. So there's a bombshell right there. Anyway, so in around 1950s there was a war going on, and there was a lot of fighting, depression, guns, explosions, terrible things, and pretty much a few people came out and said, hey, we want more happy around the world. And so pretty much what happened is a very smart man at a very important conference or thingy-majiggy said, hey, we want more happy. And so, at 21 years of age, Andy Warhol was rocking a nice blonde hairstyle, and he worked for Vogue magazine, and people would read his entries and say, ooh, that is cool. ... Anyway, back onto the topic. Andy Warhol took control of this amazing golden opportunity of pop art, and so the buzz around that time, sorry, just give me a second, yeah, can you guess what it's gonna be? Yeah, right, yeah. Right, see, it's a B, no, buzz, yeah, whatever. Anyway, soup cans, or soup in a can, was made by Campbell's back in the day. And people were really surprised to see that, because they were used to cooking it themselves. And a lot of people like Andy Warhol were like, oh my god, that's amazing at that time. And so Andy Warhol sitting there one day, once again, with his beautiful hair that looks like real hair, on his brown chair with his art thingamajiggy there, and his paintbrush ready to draw. That is a paintbrush, by the way. And he was thinking away, and he thought, think. And then all of a sudden it hit him, soup. So he got drawing, soup. And then he looked at it, soup. Anyway, another amazing hit at the time was a woman named Marilyn Monroe. She was pretty much ruling in terms of musical theatre, I guess, and generally everything. And Marilyn reeled in crowds of people like fish in a barrel, pretty much. And then, once again, Andy Warhol, being a genius and all, with his genius hair and geniusness, his genius couch, decided one time, sitting on his couch, which, there we go, he decided, I wonder what Marilyn Monroe on an odd painting would be to the world. And then he thought, yes, I'm going to do it. So with a brilliant idea in his mind and an awesome ambition, he got painting, and as he worked and worked and worked and worked, he had, he was working away. He had 2 eyes and a smile, and once again, beautiful blonde hair. And pretty much, he waited, and it was finally done. So, once upon a time, there was a guy named Andy, and he was on top of the world. Get it? Yeah, anyway. He was on top of the world, being happy with his awesome art. But sadly, in this world, of course, there are always those kind of people who get jealous, and as one day Andy was minding his own business, and his awesome hair that kind of covered his eyes. Sadly, this is MA 15+, and I cannot show you it. But long story short, He got shot in a tragic incident, and luckily the rapid response ambulance came quickly, and it sped at the speed of light into the Death Star. Not really, it sped all the way to the hospital, got there, and Andy was treated by doctors. So he was up, he was away again with his awesome blonde hair, and his great smile, and he was continuing. He continued, and he made more and more awesome Campbell's soup and artworks, and pretty much as all living things do. On February 1987, Andy Warhol, the king of pop art, died. And as his legacy still lives on, I would like to thank you for watching my presentation on Andy Warhol.